Yes, students, you can, I'm just putting up a question, okay, and you can just quickly answer, like, you can say, what is robotics as per you? Okay. So anyone who knows about robotics, you can please answer anything that you know about robotics, or if you know any particular robot, a real life robot. Yes. I hope I'm audible to all the students. Okay. So yes, basically now I would like to show you one video first of all. Okay, over robotics. Very nice. So Arnav says robotics include the use of AI, artificial intelligence. Absolutely correct. Alexa is a kind of robot. Okay, very nice. All right. Okay. So students, now I'll play one video. Okay, and yes, then we would be discussing how we can learn robotics. Okay, robotics is computer science engineering. Okay, all right. Chalo, let me share my screen with all of you. Okay, and see this amazing video. Yes, so here we go. you were able to see this video. Okay. In parallel to all these videos, I'll play one more video. Okay. And then we are going to discuss how these robots are made and what is the functionality, how they all are working. Okay. So again, yes, this is a Spot. This is Spot robot, a dog-like robot from Boston Dynamics. Now you will be able to see that in this particular video, how the robot is able to function like human. He's able to do tasks, okay, and he's able to recognize and do a lot of stuff. Yes, watch this video.
Helping healthcare workers at Brigham and Women's.
Yes, all right, okay. So yes, students, now you are all able to see, okay, that this particular robot, it has got so many functionalities and so many features, right? So basically, when we talk about robots and robotics, okay, it is a multidisciplinary field, right? We cannot just restrict robotics to only computer science engineering or electronics engineering or mechanical engineering, okay? It is a multidisciplinary field, right? Where we have to master all the fields, okay? So there is coding also. There you have to join some parts, okay, build some furnaces, and there are so many of things that you have to build, right? So today what we're going to discuss is that how with the help of the electronics and coding, right, we are able to build the functionality of the robots. Okay. So here, first of all, if I'll just show you one thing, I'll be showing you some hardware stuff also. Okay. But before that, I would be moving to my virtual platform. Okay, over where we would be learning coding, right? So yes, I hope my screen is visible to everybody. Yes. So this is my software. Okay, Tinkercad, right? It's an online simulation-based software where we can learn about circuits, electronics, okay, and microcontrollers, right? All these things I can learn with the help of this particular software. Okay. So as you can see on your screen, right, you can see that there are a few components on your screen. Okay. There is one battery. There is this white thing. Can anybody answer what is this white thing called, over which all the components are placed? Anyone? One of you should be knowing this. Yes. Very nice. Okay. Many of you know it. Okay. This is called a breadboard, right? So yes, a breadboard, basically it's a component. Okay. It's a bread-like structure component, right? Where we can make all the temporary connections, right? So students, you might have seen that when you आप लोगों ने कभी might be you might have opened the remote control of a television. Okay. And you must have found that there is some green color circuit board, right? That is called a printed circuit board, PCB. Okay. So PCBs are the components, okay, they are the boards over which a particular electronic component is fixed permanently, right? But if you want to make circuits, if you want to learn circuits, we use breadboard, because over here we can just keep on changing the position of the components, right? So you can see there is a voltage regulator. I hope you are able to see that I am highlighting it with the help of my mouse cursor. Okay, this is a voltage regulator. This is a resistor. This is a 7 segment. Okay, then this is your push button, a slide switch. This is your battery. If I just quickly start the simulation, you can see that number 5 is being blown. So basically in this, there are multiple segments. Okay, there are multiple LED segments, right? So like you might have seen that in your traffic lights, in your digital watches, you are able to see the numbers. Now in those particular areas, we are using 7 segment LEDs only. Okay, right. And like if I just quickly click on this slide switch button, now it has become six. It has become six. Okay. So now basically the working of all these components, right? You will be learning the working of all these components. Okay, how these components are working, right? And if I go to my another circuit, so okay, now can anyone tell me what is this particular component? Like it is used to change the resistance. Can anybody tell me what it is called? This blue color component. Yes. Anybody? So it is used to provide variable resistance. Okay. Yes, you are partially correct. It is called potentiometer. Okay. It is called a potentiometer, right? So basically with the help of a potentiometer, I can change my resistance. Okay. So like basically if I start the simulation again, you're able to see if I slide the switch. So students, I hope you're able to see that I'm able to change the brightness of my LED, right? Now again, how these circuits are built over breadboards, you will be learning that in the virtual robotics classes. Okay. Now based upon all these learnings, right, then we would be moving ahead to Arduino programming. Okay. You can see over here, this is an Arduino. Okay. I'll stop my screen share. Okay. I'll show you a live Arduino. You can see over here. This is an Arduino. Okay, so this is a microcontroller. All right. So basically, like when you build robots, you can use this, and with the help of Arduino, you can interface sensors. Right. You might have seen this that sometimes whenever we go to mall, okay, we go to a good mall, we see as soon as we reach the entrance, the gates of the mall they automatically get open up. Right. Okay. It is this basically this feature of automatic door opening is now at various places in schools also, okay, and even in malls also, right? I have seen there. So how this is happening? Okay, basically, like there are some sensors that are installed. Okay, can anybody tell me what are those sensors called? Yes. Okay, so basically we use IR sensors and PIR sensors, right? So IR stands for infrared sensors that can use whether there is an object in front of it or not. Okay, so now once this sensor is providing me some data, we need a sort of a brain so that we can analyze what data is being fed, what data is coming. Okay, so this does the work of a brain of the project. Okay, of the complete application, right? Like when we talk about air conditioners, washing machines, over there also embedded systems are used, okay, which are basically made up of microcontrollers, right? Now, yes, again, I'm sharing back my screen. Okay, so here we would be learning about Arduino also, right? How we can attach different sensors with Arduino, okay, how we can do the programming, right? Now, when I talk about Arduino, it also contains coding, okay, right? And yes, you can see there is block coding also, and then there is textual coding also. Okay, both the codings are available, right? Now we would be learning the Arduino programming as well. Okay, as you can see over here, that I am using some sort of statements. Okay, and this particular programming, it is based on the structure of C language and C++ language. Okay, students, right? Now you can see that I am using some statements like pin mode 13, comma output. Okay, then I'm using another statements digital write 13, comma high, delay 500. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is we are using all these statements and I'm giving the commands to my Arduino that yes, okay, now you have to prepare, like if I talk about pin mode 13, comma output. So pin mode means this is basically a function, okay, that tells you can see over here that there are so many pins. Let me zoom it in and show you. And you see, students, there are so many pins: 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay, so these are the digital pins, right? Then there are the analog pins. Okay, then there are the power pins, right? So yes, you will be learning what is the difference between a digital analog pin, okay, power pin, right? All these things you will be learning. Okay, yes. So basically we can declare the pins, we can tell the pins that what they have to do. All right. And then I'm telling over here that digital write 13 comma high. Okay. So what this digital means, what this write means, all these things only you will be learning in the robotics classes. Okay. So if I quickly start the simulation, you can see over here that I have made a project in which my LED would be blinking. Okay, you can see here the LED is blinking, right? Now, if I change the delay, okay, if I change the delay, right, if I make it, let's suppose 1000, okay, and if I run it, so you will see that now the blinking of the blinking frequency of the LED has been reduced, okay. And if again I make the changes to my program, let's suppose I make it 200 milliseconds, okay. So basically this 1000 or whatever I am writing inside of delay, it means that I am writing the values in milliseconds. So 200 millisecond is equals to 0.2 seconds. And again, if I start the simulation, now you will see that it is blinking rapidly, right? Now students, the same thing we can do in our Arduino as well, okay. So basically for Arduino, there are separate, like, if I'll show you quickly, okay. Yes, you can see over here that if I'll click over here, I can download the software for Arduino, right? And I showed you this hardware. Okay. So basically this is the hardware, right? Now this can be programmed with a special IDE, integrated development environment, and we can download the software for here. Okay. So this is an open source community and we can download it completely for free, right? We don't have to pay anything. Okay. Like this, we will be learning the Arduino programming. Okay. And then we can make a lot many projects. You can see I have made one project over here. Okay, you can see that there are so many components. Now they have also included microbit. Okay, it is again a type of a microcontroller, right? You can attach DC motors. Okay, you can use temperature sensor, right? And can anyone tell me, like, yes, if I am using a temperature sensor, let's suppose that you are having one temperature sensor and one motor, then what project can you possibly make with the help of that? Quickly, guys, you can see over here that this is a temperature sensor and I am having one DC motor. So if I am having one motor and a temperature sensor, okay, then what kind of project I can make with the help with using these both things? Can you think, students? Anyone? Okay, with temperature sensor and a DC motor, what project I can make? Anybody? Any idea? Thermometer. Okay, thermometer, in that alone temperature sensor would be used. Okay, but yes, I hope there is no requirement for a DC motor in a thermometer. Well, well tried, very nice. Anybody else? Automatic farm. Automatic farm. Okay, maybe we can use it in some way. Yes, there is one very particular project that we can make with the help of a DC motor and a temperature sensor. We can decrease or increase temperature of wind. Okay. So basically, students, what we can do is we can make an automatic fan. Okay. That will be completely based on the ambience temperature. Okay. So if the temperature will go high, the fan will automatically turn on. Okay. We can set the temperature. And if the temperature would be low, okay, so the fan will automatically turn off, right? So yes, that is a kind of a project that we can make. Okay, so now you understand that you will be learning all such things in the virtual robotics classes. Then you can go, you can we can help you buy the kits as well. You can buy your own kits. Okay, that would be containing all these materials, and then you can learn to develop all these projects at your home. Okay, so basically, I have learned all these things when I was in my engineering. Okay, and now you can see even the students of class 6, they are able to make the projects that an engineering student does. Okay, used to do way before 6-7 years back. Okay, so yes, students, now this is a really amazing opportunity for all of you to learn these amazing things. Okay, now let me show you this particular project. It contains Arduino. Okay, it contains one LCD screen, right? This is LCD, liquid crystal display. Okay, so the full form of LCD is liquid crystal display, and this is your ultrasonic sensor. So it is basically the distance sensor, right? With the help of ultrasonic sensor, what we can do is we can measure the distance. Okay, right. So yes, we can now, like, ultrasonic sensors can also be used, okay, at the your entrance doors, okay, and we can also make a COVID-19 safe distance meter, right? So we can make a helmet over which we can attach ultrasonic sensor, right? And if anybody would come near our vicinity, like, near our, if I keep the distance to, let's suppose, 2 meters, okay, and if anybody will come in the area of 2 meters to my vicinity, so we can place a buzzer or a light, and it can keep on flashing, okay, so that it can give us an alert that yes, somebody is near us and we need to go beyond that person, or like, we can go away from the crowd, right? So like, if I show you this simulation for this particular program, okay, so first of all, let's see how this is working. Yes, now you can see that in this particular project, you can see that I am showing the distance. Okay, what distance exactly is there? Right, this is basically the object. That is, it is, this blue ball is depicting the object. Okay, and if I move this ball around, you can see the target distance. It is changing. Okay, so that is why it is called an ultrasonic distance sensor. So what I am learning over here is, the learning outcome is that first of all, we are learning that how to interface ultrasonic sensor with Arduino. Okay, and after that, what we are learning is that how we can display the values of the distance on an LCD. Okay, right. So you can see the code over here, right? So basically, this is the complete code. Okay, now over here we are using mathematical concepts. Okay, distance is equals to, right, like speed is equals to distance over time. Okay, so those concepts we are using over here, right? Your concepts of physics, okay, and mathematics, all these concepts are frequently used when we talk about Arduino, or when we talk about programming. Okay, so yes, programming is all about mathematics, right? We have to be good at mathematics, or even if we are not good, we can become good in mathematics, okay, with the help of programming, because it improves our logical thinking skills, right? So like this, we have done the complete programming, and you can see over here that it is showing the target distance on my screen, right? And if I keep on moving the object around the distance, it will keep on changing. Okay, so now students, with the help of this particular project, you can learn to make so many things. You can make your own obstacle avoidance robot. Okay, right. So obstacle avoidance robot is that you can simply fit the ultrasonic sensor in the front of a robot. Okay, and as soon as it will come near the wall, right, so it will simply change its direction, and it will keep on moving further in the opposite direction, right? So that robot will never stop. Okay, so yes, like, this is how we would be learning all these things. Okay, and so we would be talking about the circuits, how the circuits are built. Okay, and yes, there are lot many components that you will be learning. You will be learning the interfacing through circuits. You will be learning about Arduino, right? Like, this is one servo motor. Okay, so if I start the servo motor, the simulation, you can see it is moving. Okay, now servo motor takes step by step, incremental steps. Okay, and you can see that, like, you can check the position of the servo motor, right? Now servo motors are used in automatic solar panels. Okay, so like, there are solar panels where, like, you can see as soon as the direction of sun moves, the solar panel also moves. Okay, so all these things, like, they have got a huge application, right? There is huge range of applications, and you will be getting to learn all of these things. Okay, and apart from this, you would definitely be learning about the programming. You will be able to improve your C++ language skills. Okay, you will be able to learn about electronics, right? So yes, students, this is all about the virtual robotics session. Okay, and again, like, if any student hasn't seen this, you can see this is the Arduino. Okay, so you can buy your own kit, right? The kit can be delivered to your home. Okay, and then all the things that you are learning in this virtual robotics session, you will be able to implement it at your home as well. Okay, so this is something really interesting, and you are going to enjoy it a lot. Okay, yes. So if there are any questions regarding the virtual robotic sessions, okay, that we are soon going to launch in your school, you can please ask me. Anybody? How remote car works? Okay, so there are basically different type of things that we can use. We can use the radio frequencies. Okay, right. RF signals we can use for using. We can also connect with the help of Bluetooth modules. Right. So basically, we can make our own controller. Right, and we can use joystick modules. Okay. Otherwise, we can use our phone as well. Right, because our phone contains Bluetooth technology. We can connect one Bluetooth module with the Arduino as well with your robot, and then you can make it move. Yes. So basically, it is completely dependent on the RF technology. So how a drone works? Okay. So the functioning of drone again it depends upon the RF technology. Okay, RF frequencies. Okay, RF signals. Right. And yes, like basically in drone also there is a controller. Right. There are and a drone can be in any shape. You can make a hexacopter, octocopter. Okay, a quadcopter. Right. So basically there are special motors, BLDC motors that we talk about. Okay, brushless DC motors. Right, and then there are various other components that are used in a drone. Okay, so the working of a drone, it is in itself a complete science, right? So there are, like, if I talk about a quadcopter, so in a quadcopter there are four different motors that run in, two motors run in same direction, two motors run in opposite direction. Okay, and then with the help of your transmitters and receivers you can actually control the drone. Yes. So I have been working on drones for quite a long time. Okay, I have built like around hundreds of drones. Okay, and trust me, it is very fascinating. But again, for that, you need to be very frequent with the concepts of electronics first of all. Because when I talk about drone, okay, so there is one particular component ESC, electronic speed circuit. Okay, and then there are components like BLDC motors, right? So you have to do soldering also, and it is really complicated task. Okay, but yes, which languages we will learn? Okay, so you will be learning Arduino programming language that is based on C and C++. How does an AC work? AC, like what do you mean by AC? Alternating current. Okay, so alternating current, definitely once all these classes start, so you can ask the trainer or the mentor. They will give you a complete lecture on alternating current. Okay. Or if you're talking about the air conditioner, so in air conditioner, there are again compressors and there are embedded circuits. Okay. And that are working together. Right. So that is how the AC works. How does a Bluetooth headset works? Again, this is the Bluetooth headset. Okay. So in this Bluetooth headset, there is a mic, right? And again, there is a Bluetooth module, right? So that is able to connect with your computer, okay, or with your mobile phone. All right. And yes, so the data transmission keeps on taking place, right? So sometimes you might have seen this, that if you use a very old phone, very old smartphone, in which the version of Bluetooth is I guess there is a very previous version of Bluetooth. And nowadays, if you go and buy, if you go and buy JBL Go 3, okay, or any latest speaker, so you will see that there will be a voice lag, okay, because the Bluetooth version then and now they have been there has been a drastic change, okay, and the speed transmission at which the data are sent, okay, so that is completely different from both the Bluetooth modules, okay, yes. How does HDMI work? High definition multimedia interface. Okay. So yes, there are so many pins over there. There are different pins. Okay. Based upon that, we're able to interface it. So yes, these questions, obviously I am really excited to see, okay, all your enthusiasm. But yes, all these questions can be answered, right, during the sessions also. And once we start up on a journey. Okay. Yes. So yes, students, I hope you all enjoyed this session and you can go further and enroll for this robotics session. Okay, the virtual robotics classes. It is going to be absolute fun. You are going to learn a lot of things. Okay, and then we can also work on some good projects. Right, we can build some own robots after once these robotic classes get over. Okay, yes. So thank you everyone.
Thank you, Akshay sir. Students, we hope you like the session and we hope to see you guys in the summer camp. Uh, Thank you, Akshay sir, for the interesting session. Hope to see everyone in the summer camp. Bye bye. Take care and stay safe.